All right, we're heading to Miami today to get on our next two cruises. Easy enough to get to Miami, really quick flight, about 3.5 hours in the air. Now we're gonna go ahead to the Miami Central Station, which is where the airport train drops people off. They're gonna check like the tri-rail. Felt like that was the easiest way to get an Uber because I was having trouble with Brightline's app before when I was booking. So let's see if the Uber actually shows up. We got plenty of time to make a train to Brightline. Now we gotta go find the airport train. It's always kind of a maze here. It's called the MIA Uber. Yeah, up all these signs. Last time I was here, about a month ago, we were racing through the airport to make sure I made it to the Carnival Conquest. If you haven't seen that video, check it out on the channel. Now I knew this beforehand. This commute is long. From the gate to the train, it's over a mile. It might be a mile and a half. You gotta walk all the way around the airport, doing sidewalks help. There's no airport train right now gate side because they're under renovation, so it's a long walk. So just keep that in mind if you're making the same trek I am. So the reason why I booked this was it was about $34 after the discount code that I found for premium seat, which includes Ubers to the station within 5 miles, which is why I'm in the rental car center, and then to my hotel in Fort Lauderdale. And it includes drinks on the train, snacks on the train, drinks in the lounge, snacks on the lounge. Kind of covers dinner for the night instead of paying what is a $51 Uber direct to the hotel. So a little bit more time, but fun to take a train. And we're gonna see how the Brightline experience is. I took it in 2019, so I'm excited to see what the changes look like since Virgin kind of ditched them and they've had their big launch to their route in Orlando. So let's see how it goes. Rolling up to the Brightline station here in Miami, you can tell how high-end this train experience really is. This is not a typical commuter rail. This is a private enterprise, and they have really made quite a launch. Real estate is a big part of their profitability strategy, so the stations themselves are super nice, and they're going to build up around those stations mixed use just to make the train kind of the impetus for people to want to live around these stations. Now I did price out an Uber up to Fort Lauderdale, and while the train does take a lot more time from Miami Airport, it was cheaper and it included free drinks and free dinner, so ended up saving money this way. Now the irony of this whole thing is that a premium ticket on Brightline does include Ubers to the station and to my hotel. So I got 2 Ubers for cheaper than just a direct Uber. Brightline has since changed their Uber policies for the premium tickets. They're now going to just give you a $10 credit each way, which is a lot more flexible, though you're going to end up paying some sort of money out of pocket unless you just have a ultra short ride from the station. So it's definitely a devaluation, but it's just one of those things that probably couldn't last forever for sure. The lounge itself, though, really fantastic. Loved just the whole look of everything in here. No bathroom inside the lounge, which I thought was the only minor quibble I had, but did love multiple beers and multiple wines on tap, as well as non-alcoholic drinks there in the fridge, and a coffee machine from Lavazza on the counter there, and a nice little buffet spread. This is exactly what I wanted and expected. No one in the lounge. Some good hot food for dinner for 37 bucks. After they called our train about 10 minutes before, you head up to the train level of the station and board the train. The number 1 coach is going to be the premium cabin, and so as some attendants are going to roll through first thing and offer you a drink and a snack. They have a menu on their website. There's free Wi-Fi on the train, which is great, and it's about a 35-45 minute ride up to Fort Lauderdale with a stop in Aventura in between. So not a long train ride by any means, and during traffic times this train is absolutely a time saver for sure. Stepping on board, cabins are nice and sleek. Loved the look of the cabin. Was not very busy on this late night ride, so I had no seat next to me, but on the left side of the cabin there's going to be seats for one, with some that are facing each other. If you have a couple together, you can actually face each other, maybe play some cards or have a meal facing each other. And then there's 2 seats together on the other side, with some facing together too, so you're going to have 4 people in like a little pod. There's little reading lights as well. Very comfortable cabin though, and we were off heading towards Aventura first and then Fort Lauderdale pretty quickly. Now Brightline is heading way further than Fort Lauderdale nowadays. It goes to West Palm Beach and then it's heading all the way up to Orlando now. I was really excited to try that on an earlier cruise, but the timing didn't work, so I'll have to try that another day. And that's where you're going to get up to your really high speed transfers on this train over 100 miles an hour. But grabbed my little margarita, and I got some Pringles as a little snack because I already had some dinner in the lounge, and we were riding up the rails to Fort Lauderdale to the Hyatt Centric Las Olas, Fort Lauderdale. Quick transfer off the train. I didn't have any checked bags with me, so I was able to head straight to the hotel, and with mobile check-in went into the room. So unfortunately, no upgrade tonight for me as a Hyatt Globalist, but that's okay. It's going to be a quick stay. We're going to head right back down to Miami to hop on board the MSC Divina. Now, I wouldn't always recommend staying up in Fort Lauderdale if you're going to go out of Miami on a cruise, but I had an expiring Category 1 through 4 certificate with Hyatt, and I've never stayed at this hotel and I wanted to try it out. There are more convenient Category 4s in Miami, including the Hyatt Regency Miami, which is right in Brickell, but that was actually sold out this evening. And there's a couple others, but some of them are going up in category in March 2024. So by the time you watch this video, unfortunately, they will have already gone up to Category 5. A couple Hyatt places, though, so watch out for those. Really nice modern look to the room. Pretty standard size, I would say, for a Hyatt. Little coffee machine there with some Keurig pods. 2 free waters. As a Globalist, you get this starting at Discoverist with Hyatt. And of course, a mini fridge. I did get a small view upgrade with this room, but I did have to keep the 2 double beds, even though it was just me in the room. I guess these are actually queen beds. I always interchange double and queen. They're 2 queen beds. Nice size, very comfortable. Little end table in between them with the phone, a lamp, and an alarm clock, so you can charge your devices there. I like the little mural behind the bed too. Just makes it feel a little bit more upscale than just a regular hotel room. Charging ports behind and no USB-C. That's what I'm kind of looking for now in hotels, especially ones that are fairly new. Do we have USB-C or not? Most charging ports now on phones are going to be USB-C, so this is something I'm looking for. Nice sized television, and then the balcony, not very big, but had a nice little view of the park. This got very loud in the evening. I could hear everything outside and also in the hallway, so the soundproofing on this hotel was not great. 2 little chairs there, though, if you wanted to enjoy the view. No real ocean view to speak of here in Fort Lauderdale, just a view of the river, which looked really nice in the morning. This hotel annoyingly does charge a destination fee for guests paying cash. As a Hyatt globalist and someone using points, I don't have to pay it. Anyone who's using points does not have to pay that fee. It does include 2 free drinks though.
Okay, so it's the morning here. It is cruise embarkation day on the MSC Divina. I'm really excited to check this ship out. Last night, sleep went okay. Could hear some stuff in the hallway and could hear outside like some construction going on at like midnight. So I do feel like the walls and the doors and the windows here weren't really like soundproofed, which is always annoying for like something that's a new construction. Just seems cheap to me. So, but we're gonna go down, have some breakfast, check out the rest of the hotel, see how things are here at the Hyatt Centric.
So it is the next morning. I can see that there's, looks like a river next to us with some navigation going on. That was a park last night. Not a bad view from here, just very loud. Any full service hotel here in Miami or Fort Lauderdale is going to have a fitness center and a pool. Nice size fitness center, very brand new equipment. Had everything you kind of needed to keep your workout going on vacation or here for work. This is located in downtown Fort Lauderdale, so there might be some business travelers coming through here instead of leisure like me. We're going to check out the pool deck now. So the pool deck is going to be located sort of on a rooftop. It's going to have views of downtown from it. There's going to be a nice little pool bar here. This is early in the morning, so the pool bar wasn't going quite yet. But it does have a nice upscale look to it. There's some cool art next to the pool. There's some lines on the pool to allow you to do some laps. So this is a lounge pool, not necessarily a hangout and party type of pool, but it's nice to have. And overall, I think, people get a lot of use out of it, especially here in Florida. Another thing I liked is near the pool, they had some rooms that instead of a balcony, they actually had a little patio that extended out to the pool, which is really cool. Here's a look at that pool bar. So that'll open around lunchtime and stay open through the evening. There's a little view of downtown here. Now this hotel is a mixed use building, so there are some condos that have access to all the hotel facilities, so just keep that in mind. Not really a big deal, didn't see many people using really anything here at the property on my visit. But we're gonna head downstairs and check things out. They did have a cool champagne vending machine. I've seen this in Vegas before, hadn't seen that in a while. My breakfast was downstairs in Harborwood. Really nice looking restaurant. Service was pretty slow though. Normally it's really fast at breakfast at Hyatt's, but had a nice little avocado toast. I knew I'd be eating a lot on board, so kept things pretty light. Here's a look at the check-in area. Not a lot of public spaces here at the Hyatt Centric, but really nice look to everything, and seemed to be a lot of cruisers that were heading out of Port Everglades up here in Fort Lauderdale, about to get on their cruise ships. Busy for these hotels. Lots of people coming in and out for the cruises. Here's a look at the main entrance and a look at the balcony in the daytime, so you can see the river over there to the left. That's it from the Hyatt Centric Las Olas, Fort Lauderdale. Let's go ahead to the MSC Divina.